Today we are taking a look at a reproduction K98k Sling from Man the Line. The sling was initially adopted in 1935 for the K98k Mauser rifles. It also fits on G43 or K43 rifles and MP43 MP44s. The sling is available from mantheline.com, and they identify this as a field-grade reproduction. I take that to mean it is intended to be used and not quite a museum-grade reproduction. It is made of leather with steel hardware, and they have several leather colors available. This is the pre-oiled version. Prices range from $18.95 to $26.95 US, depending on color version, but they do run sales fairly often, so I keep an eye out for those. The sling is 54 inches long and includes the sling with sewn buckle on one end and 3 holes at the other, retaining piece, and 2 keepers. The steel hardware is painted black. Impressed on the finished side of the sling is a cross-hatched pattern known as a ricazo pattern. Sewn onto the buckle and stopper is a leather protector. The leather and stitching all look nice and are well done. A training film covering installation, adjustment, and removal of the carbine sling is available from History and Firearms and linked in the description below. I had no trouble with installation, and the sling fits well. The buckle on mine will not stay tight though. The buckle pin does not stay wedged against the sling on the buckle. The sling can be locked in place with the keepers and stays tight. Because I typically leave the sling tight, I have not contacted Man the Line about the issue with the buckle, so can't speak to their customer service. For this review, I do have an original carbine sling to compare. Keeping in mind that there are variations in original slings, I'll just note a couple things. The texture on the sling looks good and is very close to the original. The retaining piece is very similar, but the proportions are slightly different. My original sling is about 3 inches shorter, but the Man the Line sling is closer to the official length standard. The locking bar on the buckle on the original is thicker and has ridges. This may or may not account for the locking issues with the Man the Line sling. My original sling only has 1 keeper, and the manual that covers the sling only describes 1 keeper. Overall, this reproduction sling is very close to the original and works well except for the issues I've had with the buckle. I think the cost is reasonable, and if you are planning to use your rifle and or sling much, probably best to put a reproduction on rather than an original. A link to the sling is available in the description below along with the Man the Line website. Thanks for watching. If you found this review interesting or helpful, go ahead and give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Then let us know what you thought or would like to see with a comment. If you'd like to support the channel, you can become a member on Patreon or YouTube, or a subscriber on Player. Links to these are in the description below. For more information on historical firearms, head on over to historyandfirearms.com.